In position, Captain. IGR 140288.
Right. Take her up 8 fathoms.
Prepare surface stations. Blow tanks 1 through 6.
Yes, sir.
Steady at 8 fathoms, sir.
Right. Nothing in sight. Prepare to surface.
Surface stations.
Maintain visual and radar. Watch for surface vessels. Where are we, Lieutenant?
Right here, Captain.
Fine. Well, we've made good time. Hover cruise at 20 knots. Steer a course 126.
Steer 126, speed 20 knots. Tracking aerial set up, sir.
Right. This is skydiver to control. We have surfaced. In position to check the satellite.
Roger, skydiver.
What's happening, Captain?
Well, I've got a feeling it's pretty important. Commander Drake is playing this one close to his chest.
There's the signal.
It looks good.
I have a radar sighting. Bearing 279.
Right. Looks like a freighter. Take it down.
Yes, sir. Dive, dive, dive.
Skydiver to shadow control.
Shadow control.
We had to crash dive to avoid a surface vessel.
What was it?
A freighter, but I'm sure they didn't see us. Before we dived, we did manage to pick up the satellite. Its orbit looked good.
Thank you, skydiver. I'll tell Commander Straker.
How far is it now?
Around 8 miles. Do you think it'll work?
Well, I think so. But then I always was an eternal optimist.
4 minutes, Doctor.
Right. Check area latitude.
10 seconds to transmission check, sir.
There it is. Smack on the nose.
The first transmissions are coming through, sir. Signal strength 012147.
What's the distortion?
Minimal. Decimal 072.
Fine. Keep tracking. think Dr. Young was a little put out at not being able to see the results.
Yes. Security's a word I don't like to throw at a man who goes out of his way to cooperate.
Maybe we could send him a couple of prints.
Let's wait and see if there's anything on the tape to print.
All set up, Ford?
Yes, sir.
Look at that.
Look at that detail. That's taken from nearly 500 miles out.
Fantastic quality.
Fantastic. A real breakthrough. See this one here? Range 490 miles, magnification times 250. It's like a helicopter shot.
Well, I'm convinced. We'll throw everything we've got into getting this project approved. How's it going, Kelley?
Pretty well, Commander.
In fact, the test run was so successful, there are very few modifications needed.
That's quite a setup. When can I tell the commission we'll be ready to go?
3-4 weeks. We just have to check out the link systems.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear.
Oh, Commander. Could I have a word with you? Do you mind, John?
No, not at all.
Well, what's on your mind?
Tomorrow you're going to ask the Aerospace Commission for $1 billion.
Yes, for one of the most important projects SHADO has ever undertaken.
Sure. It's the first item on the agenda. There are 53 others. Mine's number 52. It comes right after how much do we spend on new coffee machines. Look, all I'm asking for is $50,000, and the chances are I won't get it.
I don't see how I can help you, Kelley.
I think my project's important, sir. You could help me.
Now, wait a minute. You've done a great job on the device. But you're a group.
Group? There are just 2 of us, Commander. But with that $50,000, we could complete the development on the stereo scan.
I'd like to help. But I think you're looking the wrong way, Kelley. Space. That's where you should turn your talent.
Well, I hope you get your $1 billion.
Oh, I'll get it. It's a space project.
very pretty. But don't pull a bulldozer job in here, Straker.
I won't have to. Nice to see you again.
Gentlemen, the Financial Committee, the Aerospace Commission is in session. Now, you all know Commander Straker, and by the billion-dollar cost estimate beside it, you will have realized that the first project on the agenda is his.
Thank you, General. Gentlemen, this drawing shows a standard B-142 space probe. Now, the project will use a modified version of this spacecraft. I'd like you to notice the domed structure here. Now, from this cross-section, you'll see that it incorporates a device which, in layman's terms, can best be described as an electronic telescope. The principle is very simple. It is a telescope which, instead of using light, operates with a stream of electrons. And it's capable of scanning with a magnification of up to times 2,500. Lieutenant Masters.
These shots of the Earth were taken from an orbit between 450 and 500 miles out.
The electron telescope scans an area, radios the information back to Earth, and the impulses are transmitted into these pictures. And as you can see, the definition is as good as any normal photograph. The tracking and homing mechanisms are also very elaborate, but they've been fully tested and will enable the probe to home in on the planet from 2 million miles out.
I'm sorry to disillusion you, Straker, but I can get you great shots of the Earth with a $2 camera from a balloon.
Yes, I should have been more explicit, General. By the planet, I didn't mean Earth. The purpose of the project, gentlemen, is to enable the probe to track and follow a UFO to its origin. To home in and get high-definition close-ups of the alien planet. Now, my project is to launch a standard or a modified B-142 space probe and place it into a parking orbit around the moon.
Shadow don't have those kind of facilities.
No. We would have to use NASA for the launch. Now, the telescope and the electronics are still on the secret list, so they would have to be fitted by moon-based astronauts after the probe had been placed in a parking orbit. Well, find Foster and bring him into my office, will you, Alec?
Well, did they approve it?
We've got ourselves a deal. We even got a time slot from NASA. Oh, launch 712 in 4 weeks' time.
Well, that's great.
Yes, we could be a lot closer to some of the answers.
Possible sighting, Lieutenant.
Bearing?
Coming up now.
This is moon-based control. Yellow alert. Repeat. Yellow alert.
Red alert. Confirming UFO. 429117 blue.
Red alert. Interceptors, immediate launch.
We have the termination, sir.
What is it?
Western Europe.
Anything more specific?
The flight path indicates grid reference UX 104, Southern England.
Southern England. Thank you.
Interceptors closing in.
I'll give the command.
Sir?
Tell Moonbase I'll give the command.
Yes, sir.
Shadow control to Moonbase. Orders from Commander Straker. Suspend interceptor
UFO
track until
closing.
authorized.
Range 11 million miles. $9 million miles.
Interceptors coming into range. Sir, do we intercept?
Range closing. 7 million miles.
Sir, do we intercept?
No. Negative.
Negative?
That's what I said.
5 million miles.
Shadow control to Moonbase. Interception negative. Repeat, interception negative. Interceptors to return to Moonbase.
This is Moonbase control to interceptors. Return to base.
UFO passing outer defenses. UFO maintaining course. Confirm speed 4.7.4.
UFO signal now negative, sir. Presumably landed.
Map reference?
Reference 119120, approximately.
119120. And that's somewhere there. I want the whole area cordoned off. Alert mobiles 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, sir. This is Shadow Control.
Colonel Foster.
Alert mobiles 1,
I think you better get out there with them.
I repeat.
Yes, sir.
Alert mobiles 1, 2, and 3. Transporter 2, proceed to area 119128.
You did a good job, Liz.
Cass, I can't.
Go and get it.
Roger.
This is Commander Straker to all mobile operatives. You are to locate UFO designated 9041F. Termination area approximately 119120. Colonel Foster.
Sir.
I want you to cover blue area X7.
Okay.
Hello, Alec.
So you let one through?
That's right.
Why don't we do the job properly?
What do you mean?
Ask the aliens around for drinks.
Let's go into the office. We're fighting a series of losing battles here, Alec. Why? Because we don't really know who or what we're fighting. I've waited months for a chance like this, Alec. A UFO right on our own doorstep. That's why I let this one through. And those mobiles are on the way to bring it in, intact, before any deterioration sets in.
Meanwhile, there's a potential killer or killers at large.
Yes, I know. It's a risk. But the area has a low population density. It's mostly virgin forest. The danger factor must be very slight.
Mobile 1 to Shadow Control. 1 to Control.
Go ahead, Mobile 1.
Have covered search area blue X7P, Q and R. UFO negative.
Roger, Mobile 1. Proceed to link with Mobile 3 at location 118109. Shadow Mobiles 2 and 3 are due to report any moment now, sir. Areas X8 and 9 are practically covered.
Well, what about Mobile 1?
His progress is slower. He has the densest area.
Every inch of that forest has to be searched. Somewhere in there, there's a UFO. And we're going to find it. Intact.
Quiet. Oh, boy. Go on. Go back. Back. Quiet. Quiet. Quiet, you fool. With you. Sultan! Sultan. Stay. That's a good boy. Come on. Come on. Oh. Come on. Come on. What's the matter with you, eh? That's a good boy.
Mobile 1 to Shadow Control.
1 to Control. Go ahead, 1.
Have located UFO. Position blue area 119113.
This is Straker. Advise on condition.
It's a total wreck.
Is there any sign of life, Colonel?
Investigating now, sir.
Nervous?
How long have you been?
Come on, pull yourself together. Let's go over it once again. Take it from 11 o'clock. From 11 o'clock.
At 11 o'clock, we finish supper. Then I do the washing up.
There's something else.
What do you mean?
What do you do before doing the washing up?
I call up Midge Clayton. I tell her that I'm ringing her from the cottage. And I ask her over for lunch tomorrow. Then
Why? Why do you invite her over for lunch?
I'm nervous about being here on my own. Then I tell her two things. Firstly, that Jack can't be with me because he has to go north on a business trip. Secondly, that I'm going to go to bed and take a sleeping pill.
Dispatch the analysis teams to the area.
Yes, sir. Shadow control to ADP unit. Proceed to blue area 119, 113.
Just one thing puzzles me.
You should be so lucky.
How come that UFO is a total wreck? It hasn't been in the atmosphere long enough to deteriorate.
Maybe it was the difficulty of the landing area. Could be 1,000 reasons.
Mobile 1 has reported a body inside the wreck of the UFO.
An alien?
They can't tell. It's severely charred. They'll get a call back as soon as they have more information.
Then at 11:30, I check the front door to see that it isn't locked from the inside, so that Jack can get in. And then I go to bed.
You don't go to bed. There's something else.
Oh, yes, I changed the bulb by the front door for a dud one.
Right. Go on.
Then I go to bed and I put out the light. No, I read for 5 minutes. But I find I can't concentrate. So I turn out the light and wait for Jack.
And when he comes?
I hear the gate creak. I get up. And I come in here.
So
I take the gun.
you take the gun, then what? Then what?
I stand at the bedroom door with the gun pointing towards the front door.
Go on.
Then, when Jack opens the front door...
You take aim and you fire, right?
I can't, Cass, I can't.
It's perfectly simple. You're all alone here, someone breaks in, you take aim and you fire. Aren't you forgetting one thing?
What was that?
I'll be here. Right beside you.
Oh, Cass, stay here. Stay here.
Mobile 1 to Shadow Control. 1 to Control.
Go ahead, 1.
The body inside the UFO is definitely not an alien.
Mobile 1, this is Straker. Explain yourself.
The body was charred beyond identification, but there are no signs of the hermetic seals around the neck. We're searching the area on foot.
The alien must be somewhere in the forest.
It's time. Go on. Answer it.
Hello?
Hello, darling. I'm just ringing through to say I'm on my way.
Fine.
Oh, fine. Well, it worked.
What do you mean?
Your little idea. No calls, no interruptions, quiet weekend together. The others think I've gone north for that exports conference. Even Miss Cadwell won't know where I am. Hello? You there?
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
Go on. I've got a little present for you.
You have?
Oh, did you want to know what it is?
Yes. Yes, of course I do, Jack. What is it?
Billington Arcade.
Oh, yes. Yes, I remember. The pendant. The blue pendant.
Well, you don't sound very pleased. I mean, I can easily take it back and get something else you'd rather.
No. No, I'm sorry, Jack. I'm sorry. That was very thoughtful of you.
You all right?
Yes, I'm all right. I've just got a slight headache, that's all.
Why don't you go to bed, then?
No, I'll be fine.
No, you go off to bed. I'll be at the cottage about 12. I'll try not to disturb you.
All right.
Bye, then.
Goodbye, Jack. You heard?
Yes?
You heard how he was talking. I don't think I can do it, Cass. I can't go through with it.
Do you know how long we've known each other?
10 months? A year?
It's exactly 1 year and 1 month ago that I first came into your house. I noticed the way he spoke to you then. I've heard him 1,000,000 times since.
Well?
Every time he talks to you, it's in that way.
Cass...
Words. What's he ever given you but words? You've said so yourself over and over again. He's clothed you, fed you, bought you.
Blue area to shadow control. Blue area to shadow control. We found a couple of things, sir. First, a piece of torn fabric that looks like it came from an alien spacesuit.
There's also signs of a struggle.
Yes, what else?
We've also found an Alsatian dog near the landing site with collar number 995987.
Listen, Colonel, we have details here of a missing person in the blue area. A game warden by the name of Mitchell.
That dog collar information checks.
Now, it's my guess that it's Mitchell's body you found in the debris. Try using the dog to locate the alien.
The chances are it can pick up the scent. Yes, sir.
Come on. Come on, boy.
Okay, follow me.
What's that?
The lights.
Cass!
The lights!
He's coming out early. It isn't time. What are we going to do? He said he...
Don't worry. We're ready for him.
Cass, we can't. The light. I can't do it, Cass.
Look, I'm here, right beside you.
He stopped. He's coming round to the front, Cass. He's at the door. For God's sake, Oh, my God.
Now!
What's the matter, Cass? What are you doing?
I'm trying to think.
What are we going to do? How are we going to explain it? Who is he?
Shut
You're not leaving. You're not going to leave me here.
But you know I must.
No.
Our only chance is to go through with the plan as we arranged it.
Cass, I can
But
wait.
we must.
You don't seem to
But I
realize-
don't know any more than you do. As far as you're concerned, he was an intruder and you shot him. Do you understand? Do you understand? Look, I must go. Give me 3 minutes. 3 minutes, that's all. Then phone the police.
Cass! Cass! Wait with me, Hills. Wait, just until I've called the police.
3 minutes!
Please, Cass, please! Cass! Cass!
Would you get your coat, Mrs. Newton?
What are you doing here? Who are you? Are you the police? How do you know my name?
Please.
Ah, Mrs. Newton. Mr. Fowler. We've been expecting you. This way, please. Would you care to sit down? Freeman, Alec.
Voice print identification positive. 9-7, Freeman, Alec E.
Now, if you just follow me, please.
Look, what is going on here?
Now, please, Mr. Fowler. I realize you've both had a very harrowing experience.
Right.
And are entitled to an explanation for this intrusion into your privacy.
Right again.
Mr. Straker will explain our reasons for bringing you here. In the meantime, if you'd just like to make yourselves comfortable, I'm sure you'll find everything you need.
What are you doing?
Just be very careful what you say.
Where are we?
I don't know, under some kind of film studio.
I don't understand.
Neither do I. We must get our story straight.
Liz? Liz? Who are you?
the point. Who are you?
The rest of the story is exactly the same.
Who are these people?
I don't know. The one that brought us up here said something about someone called Straker.
Isn't he a film producer or something?
I must apologize for having had you brought here like this, Mr. Fowler, Mrs. Newton.
Now listen here.
And I've had you brought here for a discussion. Now, if you'll both please sit down.
Was your wife expecting you?
Naturally.
Are you certain?
Well, of course. I phoned her on the way down here. Why do you ask?
Do you recognize these?
Well, photographs of this room.
Did you take them?
No.
Know who did?
I've never seen them before.
Do you keep a gun here, Mr. Newton?
Yes.
Who knew about it?
Wife?
Anyone else?
I'm not sure. Don't think so. Look, what is this all about?
I'm sorry, you'll just have to bear with me. I suggest that you return to London. I'll arrange for your wife to join you there as soon as possible.
Unidentified flying objects. Aliens from another planet. A World Defense Organization. It's incredible.
Then the lives of everyone can be in terrible danger all the time.
Very great danger. That's the reason for all the security. The general public must never know.
One thing I don't understand is, if your organization is so secret, why did you bring us here?
To help you forget the whole thing.
Forget?
Yes, you see, SHADO have developed an amnesia drug. Well, for obvious reasons. We administer it to people like yourselves who have come into contact with aliens, or indeed with our organization.
An amnesia drug.
Yes, it's perfectly harmless. All it will do is erase all memory of the past 12 hours. It's tasteless. Would you, care for some more coffee? What's wrong?
Paul has just come up with a very interesting theory.
Oh?
Tell him.
Mrs. Newton and Fowler said they heard an intruder and shot him as he forced open the door.
Plausible.
Yes. If they weren't expecting the husband.
The husband?
He came back to the cottage 40 minutes ago.
Is our security angle covered?
Yes, that's all taken care of. But don't you see what it means?
They planned a cold-blooded murder. They had it all worked out. But unfortunately for them, an alien came through that door instead of her husband.
It all fits. Morally, they're guilty.
Oh. Well, the amnesia drug was administered a few minutes ago. They won't be able to remember a thing.
Well, we can't just let them go free.
I suppose you think I should hand them over to the public prosecutor. He'd sure have a great case. Now, what would he go for? The attempted murder of the husband or the killing of an alien? We can't produce that body. There's no concrete evidence against them. And the two accused would both have genuine, total amnesia.
So there's nothing we can do about it.
We're not in the moralizing business, Colonel.
Well, what about the husband? They wanted to kill him once. They're bound to try again.
Well, in the line of duty, we stumbled onto a triangle. SHADO's involvement made it a square. All we're doing is erasing the past 12 hours. So it's back to the triangle. Colonel Foster, you get back to that UFO. Get all the information you can.
Right.
Alec, you better get the medical team to work on that alien.
On my way.
How are Mrs. Newton and Mr. Fowler?
Still sleeping, sir.
Well, get them out of here.
But, sir, I really don't think...
Just get them out of here.
Well, there she is, ready to go.
Yeah.
You know, I've learned a lot in these last weeks. Listen, have you got a pen? I thought I'd just write out the check for 50,000.
Well, that's all right. I can cash in some of the family jewels. Anyway, there's always next year or the year after. Well, she's all yours, Lieutenant. I hope we get you those shots.
Yeah. I'll see you around.
Will Lieutenant Masters report for pre-lunar medical right away?
Long day?
Long month. Well, I think we're set. Well, listen, I'm thinking of taking Keith Ford with me to Moonbase.
Good idea. You're gonna need all the help you can get.
Yes. Well, listen, Alec, you'd better keep all Earth-lunar communication down to a minimum.
Sure. What's the situation on the launch?
The launch? Well, I think we can safely leave that with NASA.
Give me a readout on the master computer.
Electronic readout. A-OK. Countdown continues at T minus 4 hours, 32 minutes, 8 seconds.
Missile power. Go. Water system. Go. Fuel system. Go. Telemetry. Go. T minus 3 minutes.
We have green on all readouts. T minus 60 seconds.
29, 28, 27.
We have go
26,
for ignition at minus
25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 18, 17.
Main stage
16,
ignition.
15, 14, 13, 11, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
We have liftoff.
T plus 55. T plus 60.
24800.
T plus 65.
18 miles down.
He looks good.
NASA reports the launch is successful, sir.
Right.
Sighting confirmed. Course varying 8 to 10 degrees.
Get moon base.
Right.
Hello, Gay. How long has it been banking and weaving like this?
It started 2 minutes, 20 seconds ago, sir. Before that, course and speed were constant.
What were the readings?
Course 037164. Speed Sol 1.6.
We've never had a flight pattern like this before.
Course still varying. Speed now 0.85 and reducing.
Thank you. How long before Commander Straker comes on duty?
What's the panic?
A UFO. Its approach is much slower than usual, and it's varying course constantly.
Yes, but maintaining an overall flight path. Yes, I agree with you, Alec. This zigzagging is unusual.
It's almost as if it were trying to avoid something.
Or find something. Well, we can't take any chances. Sound a red alert for all ground stations.
Shadow control to all stations. We have a red alert. Repeat, condition is red.
Interceptors, immediate launch. Immediate launch. Stand by to set missile control computer.
Right.
Missile timing 1475.
Missile launch. 10 seconds.
Positive. Contact lost.
Moonbase to Shadow Control. We hit it, Commander.
Well done, Lieutenant. Oh, that one certainly made a new approach. I wonder what it was trying to do.
We'll never know, I'm glad to say.
Cigar?
Thank you.
Moonbase to Shadow Control.
What is it, Lieutenant?
I have another contact, sir.
A second UFO?
No, sir. The same one.
The same one? But you reported a positive detonation.
I know, sir. The scanners showed negative. But it's back.
Well, what's the position now, Lieutenant?
I'm sorry, sir. It's through moon-based defenses, heading for Earth.
Thank you. I can't understand how those interceptors missed. It seemed to me that UFO was a sitting target.
Maybe that's what we were supposed to think.
And it's a good point, Alec. Force the interceptors to release their missiles, avoid them, then it gets a clear run past the moon-based defenses. Where is it now?
Range 7 million.
Trajectory termination?
Difficult to say. It's changing course more violently than before. Nearest we can get is Western Europe.
Well, it could be damaged. Lieutenant Ellis reported a strike.
Speed increasing. 1.4. 1.8. 2.4.
That does it. We'll never get near it at that speed. Must get a closer ETT. Is the rate of descent constant?
More or less. There's still a slight variation.
Should be possible to work out a broad target area.
We'll try, but our readings are less than adequate, computer data.
Do your best, Lieutenant. Looks like it's going to hit. The question is, what is it up to?
Tell you what I think, Alec. I think that UFO is under manual control. First, the flight variation was used to disrupt our computer programs. But now, I think the alien is fighting to regain control.
Well, that makes sense. If it's damaged.
Yes. The next few minutes are going to be very interesting.
Trajectory termination. Areas 17 to 23.
Too close for comfort. Sound a red alert.
So, course 017422.
Lieutenant?
ETT, area 17, map reference 405, green.
Alert the mobiles.
Mobile 2 to control. Pass your instructions.
This is Red Alert. Proceed to map reference 405 green. Stand by.
Roger, control.
Mobile 2 moving to ETT now, sir.
It's weaving offline again.
Shadow control to Mobile 2. This is Commander Straker. Get that area sealed off, Foster.
Yes, sir.
I want a detailed survey of the area. If there is a specific target in there, I want to know about it.
Three minutes to termination. Course maintained, speed reducing.
Moonbase control to lunar module. Switch to automatic LLS or bring you in by radio beam.
Touchdown, minus 20 seconds.
Right.
Welcome to Moonbase, Commander.
Thank you.
If you come with me, I'll show you to your quarters.
Oh, you two go along. Paul, let's go to control. I want to check on that space probe report.
Hello, Commander.
Lieutenant, Nina, Joan.
How's the flight?
Very smooth, thank you. How's everything here?
Fine.
Oh, Lieutenant, do you have the space probe report? Oh, good, good.
Apogee 0.124 below requirement, but we can easily correct it. I've worked out a rough schedule for the astronauts. We understand the probe is to be modified in space.
Oh, this is great. Well, we'll have to go through it together, of course.
I did say it was a rough schedule, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Because of the radio security clampdown, no one on Moonbase knows the purpose of Project Discovery, as it has been codenamed. But I do know how hard some of you have worked on it. As you know, a modified B-142 space probe has been placed into a parking orbit around the moon. Now, the first phase is to fit specialized equipment into the probe. This equipment has already been shipped to Moonbase from Earth. Phase 2 is to maneuver a UFO into a position where the probe can be activated into a flight pattern which will enable it to follow the alien back to its origin. When the probe gets within 2 million miles of its target, it will start to transmit. With luck, we should get the first close-up shots of another world. It will be our first step in bringing the fight back to the alien planet. Thank you. An exciting situation, Lieutenant.
Yes, it is.
Look, you've got to get things set up as fast as possible.
Right. Who's going out on the probe?
Colonel Foster and Lieutenant Masters.
Moonbase control to lunar module. Your flight pattern is go for rendezvous.
Right. Confirm 1.4.
Zero 22417.
Roger, Control. We have visual contact. We're in position. Onboard computer reads go for spacewalk.
We have green on all systems.
Moonbase control to lunar module. Confirm go for spacewalk.
Safety lines checked.
Send out the camera on my signal. About to board satellite. Condition green. Stage 1 complete.
Control to space team. Roger.
Great work, Paul. Pass my congratulations on to your team. Now, I've asked you all here to explain the next and most vital phase of the operation. Now, the space probe is in orbit. The equipment has been installed and fully tested. Lieutenant Ellis?
The problem is to force a UFO into an orbit complementary to the space probes. Then we can activate the tracking systems on the B-142 and enable it to latch on to the UFO. This will involve scheduling the interceptors very precisely. We've made a computer study of UFO approaches, and the general pattern is marked, as you can see.
Now, Lieutenant Ellis has compiled an interceptor schedule, but a lot of the decisions will have to be made on the spot.
Does that mean we have to play this one by ear?
Right.
Isn't that dangerous?
It involves a certain risk, Colonel.
A calculated risk, Lieutenant, based on a careful weighing of human factors as much as logic. Well, all we have to do now is wait for a UFO.
Red alert. UFO bearing 142 blue. UFO maintaining course.
This is Control. I have a red alert. I repeat, a red alert. Have UFO on positive track. 142 blue.
Speed, Sol 8.35.
140. 139.
SIT has just confirmed. It's coming in on the predicted flight path.
Good. Well, she's all yours, Lieutenant.
This is Control to interceptors. Immediate launch. Repeat. Immediate launch.
Right, let's go.
Straker. You all realize how important this mission is. Your controller will be Lieutenant Ellis. Flight plans will be relayed by Lieutenant Ford.
UFO maintaining course. Speed sol minus 8.35.
UFO maintaining course and speed. Stand by for onboard computer read in.
00102.
1319-0124.
Input N.
Roger, Control.
UFO maintaining course. Bearing 142 blue. Range 18 million miles. $17 million miles.
Entering area red, 081.
There it is.
It's changing course.
UFO entering area red, 084, speed, sol 8.37.
We'll have to readjust the schedule.
Right. Compute for new flight plan.
Right, sir.
Control to interceptors. Stand by for new flight plan. 042. 148.
2148. Increase speed to sol
1.127.
Leader to 2 and 3. Alter course to
2148.
Roger, Leader.
Interceptors losing contact, sir.
We've got to turn it. If we use a detonation here, the UFO will be forced to swing away onto this sort of a course. Tell the interceptors to explode a missile in area blue. 128.
Control to interceptors. Break formation. We'll relay new flight plans. Control to interceptors.
Missile timing 15.18 seconds.
Thank you, Control. Commencing missile sequence. Firing minus 5.2 seconds.
Detonation positive.
It's altered course.
UFO entering area blue 132.
Maintaining speed.
Crossing into blue 133.
It's coming round just right.
It's accelerating, sir. 0.38. 8.39. You have to use a second missile, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Right. Compute it.
Yes, sir.
Well?
I think a missile in area blue 27 should do it, Commander.
Order the missile launch.
Yes, sir. Missile timing 104.
018. 826.
Roger.
Detonation confirmed, sir.
UFO veered to new course. 301. Compute B142. will link up in 4-3 seconds.
Lieutenant,
Oh, Commander Straker.
how do you feel?
Fine, thanks.
How about a cup of coffee?
Yes, I'd like that.
How do you like your coffee?
No sugar.
Here we are.
Thanks.
Well, here's to Project Discovery.
Cheers.
You know, I want to thank you, Gay, for all the hard work you put into this project. And the long hours. You know, I think you push yourself a little bit too hard. You're doing a fine job, Gay. A man's job, but you don't have to do it any better because you're a woman. And don't ever forget, you're a very attractive girl.
Thanks for the coffee. And thank you.
Lieutenant?
Colonel Foster,
Sir.
when do we leave?
1800 hours tomorrow, sir.
Good. Let me give you a piece of advice, Paul. Don't ever judge a situation by the end of a conversation.
Lunar module takeoff, minus 18 minutes.
I just come in to say thank you, girls.
When will the first pictures be through, sir?
Well, the experts tell me 4 months, so let's hope that they're worth waiting for. Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, Lieutenant.
Goodbye, Commander.
Okay. Next time you're on Earth furlough, drop in and see me.
Yes, I will.
I don't get it, Lieutenant. It's a lot slower than any other signal we've ever picked up.
Yes, but we can't afford to take any chances. This is a red alert. Repeat, this is a red alert. Interceptors, immediate launch. Still no increase in speed?
No, steady at 35,000 knots.
Moon-based interceptors. Imperative you obtain visual contact before making any attack.
Roger. Should go visual any second now. Interceptor leader to moon base. Have visual contact.
Identify.
A little charred around the nose cone, but it's all ours.
They're coming through now, sir.
Right. Feed it through the decoder straight into printout.
Right, sir.
Fantastic.
Look at that.
Tell the lab I want the preliminary report in 24 hours.
Yes, sir.
We've got the answers, Alec. We've got the answers.
Commander?
I did say 24 hours, Kelley.
Yes, sir, but we haven't had time to type up a report.
And give it to me verbally.
There was a fault in the device.
A fault?
Yes, sir. The range and magnification on each shot wasn't transmitted.
Just what is that supposed to mean?
That means, except for superfluous detail, these shots tell us very little.
Look, what are you trying to sell me, Kelley? Well, look at that. Look at that detail. Well, it must tell you something.
Yes, but was it taken from 500 or 100 miles? With a magnification of 1 or 1,000?
Oh, come on. Look, if I take a picture of a girl from 3 feet or 100 yards, I can still see it's a girl.
I want to show you something, Commander. Now, whatever the range, that's a shot of the alien planet. A close-up of the surface.
Yes. And I'm no expert, but that must be some form of vegetation.
Some form of vegetation, you think? You could be right. Well, why don't we take another look? Now, let's pull back. You'll notice the curvature of the horizon.
Well, surely from that we can work out an approximation of the overall size.
Let's pull back a little more.
What is this, Kelley? Some sort of joke?
You said earlier, Commander, you could recognize a girl from 3 feet or 100 yards. What about when the shot is from 30 inches, with a magnification varying from 0 to 10,000?
Hello, Commander.
Lieutenant?
Thank you. You can relax now.
Hold it there a moment, will you, Lieutenant? Magnification 0 times 10 100. 1,000.
Not the most flattering of pin-ups, nor the best way to spend a furlough.
Thanks for all your help, Gabe.
Pleasure. Goodbye, Commander.
Lieutenant? Yes. I'm beginning to see the problem.
I'd like you to have a look at that monitor. What would you say this is, Commander?
Well, before your demonstration, I would have said a lava formation of some kind.
Actually, it's a section of fractured polystyrene.
It's incredible.
Here's another.
From the structure in the center, it could be a building.
In fact, Commander, it's a grain of pollen. Another shot which could well be taken for a strange rock formation.
Yes, I have to agree.
Puffed wheat, sir. Without knowing details of range and magnification, the lava flow becomes a piece of shattered polystyrene, magnification times 2155. A pollen grain becomes a futuristic building, and a grain of puffed wheat, a rock formation.
Tell me, how are these shots produced?
Well, microphotography is well established, but the secret is three-dimensional effect, the depth of focus. It's been known for 25 years, but it needs development.
So, while we've all been looking into outer space, men like you have been sitting on this. Inner space, your pet project.
Yes. It's a vast area, almost completely unexplored. But I believe it'll give us the answers to some of the basic questions about the universe, and even life itself.
Well, maybe we've all been looking the wrong way. You know, when you really think about it, everything in this office, every object, even a speck of dust contains billions of particles. And each particle is made up of millions of atoms. A whole universe within these four walls. I walk along a beach, stand with millions of grains of sand beneath my feet. Is everything we know, this office, our world, the vastness of space itself, inside one grain of sand on another beach, on another world, in another universe? Space is infinite, both ways, outward and inward.
You can tell Kelley he'll get his appropriation. Maybe more than he expects. I get the picture.
A greatly magnified picture, General.